Have you ever wondered how the United States became one of the world's oldest constitutional democracies? How did a group of 13 former British colonies create a government that has lasted for more than 2 centuries? In today's video, we will explore the fascinating history of the US Constitution from the struggles after the independence to the creation of one of the most influential legal documents in history. Stay until the end to learn why the US Constitution is still relevant today. Chapter 1, Life Before the Constitution. Before the US Constitution, America was governed by the Articles of Confederation adopted in 1781 during the American Revolutionary War. The Articles created a very weak central government because many Americans feared another powerful ruler after the breaking away from the British rule. Under this system, Congress could not collect taxes directly. There was no president, as well as there was no national court system. The federal government depended on the states for money and military support. As a result, the new nation struggled with debt, trade disputes, and maintaining order. Chapter 2, Why a New Constitution Was Needed in America. By the mid of 1780s, it had become clear that the Articles of Confederation were not working effectively. One major event that exposed these weaknesses was Shares' Rebellion in 1786 to 1787. Farmers in Massachusetts protested economic hardships and government policies. Many leaders concluded that the US needed a stronger national government. Chapter 3, The Constitutional Convention. In May 1787, delegates from 12 of the 13 states gathered in Philadelphia. Rhode Island chose not to attend. Thus, the meeting came to be known as Constitutional Convention. 55 important delegates participated in this Constitutional Convention, including notable figures like George Washington, James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, and Alexander Hamilton. George Washington was elected to preside over the convention. Chapter 4, Great Debates. The delegates had to face various difficult questions while preparing for the Constitution, like how should the states be represented. There was a problem that the large states wanted representation based on population, whereas the smaller states wanted equal representation. So there had to be a compromise, creating a bicameral Congress. In the bicameral legislation, there were two houses which was prepared: the House of Representatives, where the representation was based on the population, and the Senate, where each state received 2 senators to be represented. Chapter 5, The Structure of the American Government. The Constitution established 3 branches of government: the legislative branch, executive branch, and judicial branch. The legislative branch, which is the Congress, makes laws. It consists of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The executive branch, the President, enforces the laws and serves as the head of the state of the government. And the judicial branch, the Supreme Court and other federal courts, interpret laws and resolutions and legal disputes. Chapter 6, Checks and Balances. The Congress can pass laws. The President can veto legislation. Congress can override a veto with enough votes. Court can determine whether laws are constitutional or not. Thus, the Constitution of America was signed on September 17, 1787. However, it did not become law immediately. It required approval from at least 9 of the 13 states. They were known as the supporters or the Federalists, and there were some opponents also called Anti-Federalists, who also feared that too much of power was given to the national government than to protect individual rights. Thus, Bill of Rights was introduced. Many Americans wanted explicit protection for individual freedom. The first 10 amendments were adopted. They were the Bill of Rights in 1791, which included freedom of speech, of religion, of press, to assemble peacefully, then right to petition to the government, protection related to criminal justice. Since 1789, 27 amendments have been adopted. Like the 13th Amendment was about the abolition of slavery, the 14th Amendment was equal protection and citizenship. The 15th Amendment was about the voting rights. The 19th was for the women's right to vote, and the 26th was lowering voting age to 18 years.